So we've been here since day one, and this is the season finale of this very wonderful event. What has been the most significant thing to you?
To me, I highly feel like this event has generally been significant. The entire thing has been amazing. I honestly can't even tell what exactly stood out for me because everything is really great. The fact that our Kenyan market is able to meet other people from different countries and interact, like, it's really amazing.
Okay. I was very amazed by the speeches from the designers. We've been able to see the things that they've been working on. And the most significant thing about events such as this is that sometimes we think the skills do not, these services, these products do not exist.
Yeah.
But this has brought us face to face with some of the things that we didn't know exist. I've spoken to some of the designers. I've seen very exquisite leather products. I can't wait for this to end so that I can go and cop up one for myself.
Right.
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest significance of this event is that it gives people a platform to introduce their products and services to the overall market.
Yeah, I reckon yesterday I actually had a conversation backstage with the models, and they actually said that this is one of the best events in Kenya because
really?
Yeah, they were able to, their makeup was done, their hair was done, lunch was provided, water was provided, snacks were provided, so they actually felt like they have been treated, they're taken care of. They actually love the designers' outfits, so it clearly shows that we are heading somewhere as a Kenyan fashion industry.
Right. Speaking of makeup, I've been privileged enough to interact with a makeup artist. My makeup has been done by the wonderful Mark makeup artist, and I'm just so in love with it. Yeah, so they're doing a pretty good job.
They are doing a pretty good job. So one thing that I actually had a conversation with the exhibitors, and I found something that was quite challenging. I was talking to Leather Masters Limited, and when I was interacting with her, she mentioned that the leather market is quite incompetent in Kenya. There is no competition at all, so it becomes quite tough for them to actually sell. So what do you think can be done to probably solve that problem?
I think the government has put in place initiatives probably, but I think one thing that is happening is the manufacturing process. It's too expensive. So finally, when they finish the product, they have to push those costs onto the consumer. And Kenya is a market that is very sensitive to pricing. So once something is really high, they're not going to buy. So if the government were to come up with incentives to at least, because this is an industry that's still coming up, at least put in some incentives to take away the cost, so that once it's available to the Kenyans and they're able to appreciate the things that they can get, maybe then can they increase the prices.
Speaking of the government, I had a conversation with one of the designers who is Akinyo Dongo, and she was elected during the Talanta Hela. We had a really nice conversation, but I'm just hoping that they are actually going to implement the talk into action, because whatever they have for not only the fashion industry, but the entertainment industry at large is really good. But I feel like once they put it into action, it will make more sense.
What are your specific thoughts on Talanta Hela, like the whole concept?
I personally feel like Talanta Hela is a good idea in terms of words. So all I can say is let's just wait for them to put the words into action.
I share your exact thoughts because these are things that have been said over and over again. We're going to work on fashion. We're going to help the designers. We're going to improve the models. But for now, we can't really judge them until those words are turned into actions. That's when you can say Talanta Hela was a really good idea once those words are put into action. But the overall concept is really, really good.
The overall concept is really, really amazing. Really, really amazing.
So the other thing that I'd like to note is I was speaking to the CEO of Trade and Fairs Group, Mr. Skanda Negasi, and I was asking him about sustainability in a whole, because sustainable fashion is a really hot topic right now. And it is said that fashion is actually one of the biggest pollutants in the world. When that is said, I feel guilty because I'm like, I know the clothes that I buy just because they look good. I'm not going to wear them exactly, but they're just going to be there, and somehow I contribute to the overall problem. So one thing that he noted, I asked him about sustainability in the fashion industry, and he was like, the African fashion industry is sustainable, not because they have an option, because they do it by necessity. I love that, because we do everything, all the cutaways are taken to do something else, out of things that would otherwise be things that would otherwise be thrown away are used to make something else. And I think that is really notable about sustainability.
Yes, it is. I also had a conversation with just random people who are not in the fashion industry, and they were like asking me, what is this? East Africa Leather and Fashion Week, we don't get it. So I actually felt like it's about time that the government, the people in the fashion industry and the media come together just to like spread awareness on it, because I felt like if someone is here and they actually don't really know what's happening,
Exactly.
that means that there is knowledge that is not passed out there.
Exactly, because I was speaking to some of the people who attended the East Africa Textile and Leather Week in Ethiopia. They're saying it was much bigger. It's like almost 10 times bigger than this. Everybody's there. Everybody's excited. You know, the fact that people still have to ask, what exactly is this, and what do we gain from it? Why is it of significance? Why do I have to be here? It means that everybody, every single person, every stakeholder within the fashion industry has a part to play. You know, in spreading the word, in creating awareness when events such as this happen. And also another thing that we need to have more events as this, so that their significance can finally be felt.
Yes. And we would really like to invite like sponsors on board to just come, so that this fashion industry can be like known,
vibrant.
Vibrant. You know.
Yeah, and we're doing what we're doing as BTR TV is to give you the best fashion content outside there, from the designers to exclusive interviews. So we are doing our part. We pray that you do the same. Yeah. One other thing that I picked up when they were doing the press conference, they touched on the banning of, apparently they're going to ban importation of shoes.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
What do you think about that?
I actually feel like I had a conversation with one of the designers, and she brought up a very nice idea of buy KE, wear KE, in terms of where it is government implemented. The fact that we all have like a single day where everybody's wearing like KE.
Yeah.
Like probably we say like on a Wednesday or a Friday.
Something like that. It was supposed to be Friday. I don't know what happened.
Yes, like on a Friday everyone should be wearing like
Which
KE.
reminds me of something else. The thing is, we talk so much.
Yes.
We don't do. So if we're to actually follow this, like make it, you have to wear something made in Kenya on Fridays. At least try to, you know, it's going to be more followed up. But when we just say things and hopefully they're going to be followed up, it becomes a problem. But my main concern about banning of shoes is, you know, the problem with wearing made in Kenya has never been that we don't appreciate the artisans, we don't appreciate the designers. It's the price.
Oh, it's the pricing.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, because everything is locally produced.
Yes.
The price tend to go up because again the cost of production and manufacturing. So I was thinking, before you get to a point where you're actually banning goods from outside, why don't you reduce the taxes for these designers, people who are making this, for the artisans, the designers, the tailors? Why don't you first reduce the taxes? So that make it affordable. Once Kenyans are able to appreciate the things that actually are locally made, then you can increase the taxes. But first of all, try so hard. Don't make it so hard for people to access locally, or for people to get the locally produced.
Okay, and I believe it's also our work as the media to just do the little follow-ups in terms of the talking. So how far are we, like where are we headed with this? So I think it's also our responsibility as the media to do the follow-up.
That's right. You've had the privilege of interacting with the models exclusively backstage.
Yes.
What has it been like?
It's been amazing. As I said earlier on, like the models were so happy about this event.
And they are tall.
They are very tall.
And they're gorgeous.
They are gorgeous on the runway. They made the outfits look so amazing. And you know one thing, they said they are literally expensive hangers. That means
hangers.
Yes, they're just showcasing the designers' outfits. So there's a major challenge that actually affects them. So they talked about having such fashion events. They are very, very minimal here in Kenya.
Very few. You can count them on one hand.
Yes. So that is a big challenge that is really affecting them as models. So I don't know what we are going to do about it, but I just feel like doing this like more often is going to create opportunities for them.
For everyone practically. So we are calling out to everybody in the fashion industries to at least come together to organize more events, because people don't realize that an event like this has really far-reaching effects. Because this one event will promote designers, it will promote models, makeup artists, event organizers, exhibitors, pretty much everything. So when you organize events such as this, it has really far-reaching consequences, positive consequences.
And today being the day 3, like the finale, our runway is going to start at 2, and it's going to be big, like it's going to be amazing.
What are your expectations?
I am expecting to see like more designers, like more creativity, you know. It's quite amazing. I just can't wait, honestly.
Those models have walks to die for.
They do.
And that is what we are going to show you when you catch us on all our social medias, BTR TV Kenya. We are going to live stream everything.
Yes.
So you'll always be on top of the news.
I have been your host, Kavatah Grace is my name.
And my name is Audrey.
Bye.